I knew a story about a dude who is a fake black belt. He actually wound up killing a guy later on in life.
Wow, he wasn't that fake.
No, it's a crazy story, but the guy was just a compulsive liar, pathological liar, and he claimed he was a black belt in some martial art, and a lot of people started getting real suspicious of him. What he did was he made his friend drop him off in the woods, and he brought a duffel bag with him, and he said he was entering into a kumite, like a no-rules kumite,
right.
Which is a karate fight in the woods, and come back and pick me up here tomorrow. So the guy shows up the next day, and now he doesn't have the duffel bag, but now he has a trophy that's the same size as the duffel bag, and he said he won the tournament. And so he gets in the guy's car, and the guy drives him back. He's like, what?
Wow.
So he's telling, he just made up a karate tournament in the woods and had his friend drop him off, and then had a bag that he brought with him. He was so not clutch. Like, brought a duffel bag. What's in the duffel bag? Oh, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a
My
fucking
gi,
karate tournament.
whatever, my gi.
There's a karate tournament
Well,
trophy in there.
I guess you tell him, I'm the kind of guy that's like, yeah, I like that kid. You call him a compulsive liar, I call him a creative thinker who wanted a little credit for his martial arts acumen.
He was apparently, allegedly, banging this guy's wife, and found the guy, got the guy like in his karate studio, and strangled the guy to death, and then was seen driving around in the guy's car, and eventually got arrested for it.
Now wait a minute, he had a karate studio?
Yeah. Yeah, he was a fake black belt that had a martial arts studio.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And he actually had some people that trained with him that were legit martial artists that he just didn't know. And he was like kind of just proficient enough in the bullshit and got some guys who actually knew a little bit. And
yes.
Yeah.
Right. He's just like, hey, do fingertip push-ups for 20 minutes.
I could teach you how to choke a person pretty quickly. Yeah. It's not hard to teach someone how to do this with your arm and that with your arm.
Right.
It's just being able to do it to a person is very difficult.
Right.
But I could show you very quickly how to squeeze it off, and you would be really effective at it. And so that's what he did to this guy. Like he strangled him to death. He got behind him and he just choked him to death. And then he stole his car and just driving around. I don't know what they did with the body. I don't remember exactly what happened. But I remember, like, because we had already confronted that guy on being a fake. My friend Eddie actually had a very uncomfortable phone conversation with him while I was with him, where he's like, you're full of shit, man. Like, you're not a black belt. There's no fucking way you're a black belt. It's like, because he was telling him, he did another thing while we were together. Like, he went to Thailand to compete in some mixed martial arts fight. And he had just learned this move called the twister. Very difficult move to pull off. And he came back and he told Eddie that he won his fight by the twister. And Eddie was like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, how did you do that? You don't know how to do that. Like, you're not good. Like, he had rolled with the guy. He knew the guy was terrible. And he was saying that, oh, I'm a black belt in Japanese jiu-jitsu. It's different. Like, okay. But he was like, no, he was incompetent. He was like a white belt on the ground. And so he knew when he said that he won this match, like, he didn't really go to Thailand. Like, this is fake. Right. This guy's a nut. And so Eddie had separated from him. And then after that, we hear the story that he killed this guy and was driving the guy's fucking Jaguar around town. We're like, holy shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Don't you think that compulsive liars, like, I feel like there's not enough research on what it is, because sometimes you'll be like, that's not true, and they look at you and you're not embarrassing them, part of them believes it's true, or they're
broken. I think they're broken. They don't care if you feel good or bad. They just want you to buy their story.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not really there. They're not really connecting to you.
That's their only mission in life. It's not even, sometimes it doesn't even benefit them, and that's the most important thing to them.
Have you read about guys who have like pretended to be doctors and set up practices and operated on people and shit?
I went to one. I went to one in
For real?
Yeah. This is in the 90s. And I'll tell you this, it's all over the paper. Dean, I forget his last name, but he's in prison right now for life. Dean, I'll look it up later. But anyway, somebody tells me I had like a cyst on my arm. So they go, oh, I know a guy that'll take it off. You know, he's a good dermatologist, Dean something. Anyway, so he sets up an appointment, and it's on a Saturday at a doctor's, Park Avenue. But it's Saturday. And I was like, oh, cool, I'm off Saturday. I go over to his office. I walk in. When I think back now, it was like nobody, no receptionist, just him. He goes, hey, I'm just working Saturday on myself. He goes, I let the receptionist off. I was like, oh, cool. I go in the office. It's kind of dark, you know, but it's doctor's office. And I don't know, I guess he worked for the doctor when he had the keys or something. It was in and he slices the thing off. It kind of hurt. It healed very badly, but it healed. But it was not a great job. I remember thinking, I'll never go back to that guy. He overdid it, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't, the Novocaine was weird, whatever. Anyway, like 4 years later, Dean Fiello, F-A-I.
I was waiting to make sure it was the right guy.
That's the guy.
Sheds light on botched procedure that left New York woman dead nearly 20 years ago. Oh, my God.
He buried her. He buried her under concrete.
Under a concrete slab in his garage.
It's a good thing I left on my own.
Holy shit,
That's
what
the guy.
a psycho.
Yeah, and it was like, really, like, he looked like, you know, he was like well-coiffed hair and these crazy eyebrows.
Is that the guy?
Yeah.
But I knew him 20 years ago. He looked much better.
Buried
Oh, he got
her
out, huh?
under- Whoa.
I don't know
let him
exactly
out?
how they were talking to him.
He got out. No, when he was young, that picture doesn't do him justice.
Was he
when he
creepy
was-
looking?
What's that?
Was he creepy?
Yeah, you got to see when he's young, the picture of when he's young. He looks like, not creepy, but he just looks like he would do it. Yeah, there he is on the left. That's Dean. Yeah.
That's when they caught him.
Yeah.
Wow. Fake doctor Dean Fiello
Yeah.
feared something would go wrong.
Yeah, I went to him.
Gee,
yeah.
you think? Did he have any medical history?
I bet he must have worked for an office because he had the keys to the doctor's office. He must have been like either a
He was
receptionist.
just a crazy person.
He was a receptionist or something, yeah.